In this lesson, we will look at expanding single brackets. First of all, let's have a little recap on what we've learnt so far. So can you please try to simplify these three questions? So pause the video, try these out, and then press play, and I'll be going through the answers with you. Okay, so hopefully you've tried these out. So first of all, we're asked to simplify 2b, add 5b, add 7b. So remember, that's like having 2 bananas, add 5 bananas, add 7 bananas. How many bananas would you have altogether? Well, 2 add 5 add 7 is 14. So the answer would be 14b, or 14 bananas if you wanted to think of it like that. Okay, part 2. Now remember that we can only collect like terms, okay, and like terms have got the exact same unknown. So here we have got different terms, so let's circle this 5x and let's see if there's a like term to that. Yes, here plus 3x. Remember, we must circle that sign with it as well. Let's collect these together. 5x plus 3x is 8x. And then we have a minus 7y. Is there a like term to that? Yes, here. Minus 4y. So remember your negative numbers. Minus 7 minus 4 is going to be minus 11y. Okay, so that would be 1 mark for 8x, 1 mark for your minus 11y. Here we have 7a times 5ab squared. Let's look at the numbers first. 7 times 5 is 35. Now let's bring the a's together. A times a, anything times by itself is squared, so that's a squared. And then there's b squared here, but it's not being multiplied by anything, so b squared, like so. Well, it is being multiplied by something, but it's not that we can change the power for. Okay, and that's how you'd get your answers for those. So that's a quick little recap. Now we're going to be learning how to expand single brackets. So first thing, when you see brackets in algebra, think multiply. Okay, so brackets mean multiply. So expanding brackets, or the word expand, means to multiply out or to remove the brackets. Okay, very important. Let's look at some examples. So it's very important to remember that to expand brackets, multiply everything inside the brackets by what is outside them. So here we have 4 open bracket a plus 6 close bracket. So this a needs to be multiplied by the 4, and this plus 6 also needs to be multiplied by the 4. And we do this in stages. So first of all, do 4 times a, which will give you 4a. Then you do 4 times 6, which is going to give you a plus 24. Okay, so 4 times a gives you the 4a. 4 times plus 6 is going to give you a plus 24. Second example, so again, we need to multiply this 2t by the 2 that's outside the bracket. So first of all, we're going to multiply those two. What's 2 times 2t? That would be 40. And then we multiply 2 times plus 4, which is going to give us a positive 2 times 4 is 8. So expanding that, we get 40 plus 8. Another example, a open bracket a minus 7 close bracket. So first of all, we need to do a times a, which will give you a squared, and then a times minus 7. Now remember, a positive times a negative is a negative. A times 7 we write as 7a. Example 4. So we have 3p open bracket p minus 10 closed bracket. So first of all, we need to multiply 3p by p. That will give you 3, because in front of this p here is a 1, isn't it? 3 times 1 is 3, p times p is p squared. Then we need to do 3p times minus 10. Positive times negative is a negative. 3 times 10 is 30, but it's 3p times 10, so we need 30p, like that. Another example, 7a, open bracket, b plus 5a, close brackets. Remember, the brackets mean multiply. So first of all, we need to do 7a times b. So that's going to give you 7ab. And then 7a times plus 5a. 7 times 5 is plus 35, because two positives multiplied together gives you a positive. A times a is a squared. Okay, and therefore we have expanded those. Okay, try out this exercise then, please. Sometimes you may be asked to expand and simplify an expression. So that brings together what was shown in the first few videos and what's been learnt in this lesson of expanding brackets. So two things that you need to do. First of all, we need to expand. And remember, expand means to multiply out the brackets, and then simplify where we collect the like terms. And this is a 4-mark question. So first of all, let's expand. Remember, brackets mean multiply, so x times 5x is 5x squared. X times minus 2, positive times negative is a negative. X times 2 is 2x. Here now, everything that's inside the bracket needs to be multiplied by a minus 3, so be careful with this minus 3. Negative times positive is a negative. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. So that's that done. Minus 3 times minus 2x. A negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 2x is 6x. And then minus 3 times plus 7. A negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 7 is 21. So we have expanded the expression, and now what we need to do is simplify. So we simplify by collecting like terms. So I always circle the first term. 5x squared, is there a like term to that? Yes. Minus 3x squared. 5x squared minus 3x squared will be 2x squared. Box around the next term. Minus 2x, is there a like term to that? Yes. Plus 6x. Minus 2x plus 6x is plus 4x. Think about your thermometer. If you're on minus 2, plus 6 means it gets warmer. So you're going up the thermometer onto plus 4. And then minus 21 has not got a like term, so we just write down minus 21. And here you can see the marking scheme for this. So you get first mark for the 5x squared minus 2x. Okay, so for this part you get a mark, a B1, B2 for the site of minus 3x plus 6x minus 21. So with this, expanding this bracket correctly, you get a second mark. And then down here, if the for the 2x squared, or for your x terms, for that plus 4x, you'd get a mark. And then for the whole expression being correct, you'd get your fourth mark.